Hi, and welcome to Unmasking Mental Health. I'm Kim, and I'm just so glad you're here with me today. Today, I'm going to introduce you to David. He is a fictional persona, and he is going to explain in his words how I set boundaries at work so I don't take stress home.
Hi, I'm David, and for most of my adult life, I didn't have boundaries at work. Not because I didn't want them, but because I didn't know how to set them without feeling guilty. If someone needed help, I said yes. If a deadline was impossible, I still said yes. If a coworker dropped something on my desk at 4:58, I picked it up without thinking. And then I'd go home exhausted, irritated, and wondering why I felt like I lived at work even when I wasn't there. It took me a long time to realize the obvious. I wasn't stressed because of my job. I was stressed because I had no boundaries. So here's what I do now. Nothing fancy. Nothing inspirational poster-worthy. Just the things that keep me sane. First, I stop answering messages after I leave. Not because I don't care, but because I care too much. If I respond once, people assume I always will. So now, when I walk out the door, work stays behind. My phone goes on silent, and I remind myself that the world won't collapse without me. Second, I don't say yes immediately. If someone asks me to take on something new, I say, let me check my workload. That one sentence changed everything. It gives me space to think instead of reacting out of habit or guilt. Third, I leave on time. Not dramatically, not with a speech. I just leave. Because the work will still be there tomorrow, and I'd rather show up rested than resentful. And the last thing is this. I stop trying to be the person who fixes everything. I'm good at my job, but I'm not the entire department. Other people are allowed to struggle. Other people are allowed to be responsible. I don't have to carry everything. When I started doing these things, something shifted. I stopped replaying conversations in my head at night. I stopped bringing the whole office home with me. I stopped feeling like my job owned me. I'm not perfect at it. Some days I slip. Some days I take on too much. But now I notice it, and I pull myself back. Because my home is my peace, and I'm not willing to hand that over anymore. If you're trying to set boundaries at work, you're not being difficult. You're not being selfish. You're protecting the version of you that exists outside your job. And that version deserves to breathe.
Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you enjoyed David's story. If this helped you, or if you know anyone who needs to hear it, please share and stick around. I have more of this kind of story. Feel free to comment with what helps you. Or even just say hi. Take great care of yourself.